Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of dilation representations. This is standard 8.3c in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 36 of the Redesign Practice Online STAAR Test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have two different triangles. One is dilated, and we don't necessarily need to draw it because we don't have all three vertices, we just have one. So really what we're looking at here is the original, right, is going to be -7, -14, so that's my x and my y. And then we're going to follow this algebraic rule. Something's going to happen to it, and it's going to be -1, -2. So that's my x prime and my y prime. And then our question is, what happened? Which rule best represents that transformation? And so as you see here, we're multiplying. We're either multiplying 1/7, 1/2, 7, or 2. And that's all we got to do. So let's just multiply each of these by the rule. Let's start with a -7, -14, right? And let's see if we're going to get to that -1, -2. All right, so we're going to start with -7, -14. I'm going to apply this rule right here, a. So that's going to be 1/7 times -7, and then 1/7 times -14. What does that look like? All right, so we've got, that's going to be just -7 over 7, and that's going to be -14 over 7, which is going to turn into, look at that, -1, -2. So I think A is our answer. Well, as always, we have to check all the other ones just to make sure. So this is going to be 1/2 times -7, 1/2 times -14. That turns into -7 halves, -14 halves. Let's see, that wasn't a -1/2. So that's going to be, I don't know if we want to show this as a, I'll show it as a mixed number. -3.5 and then -7. So definitely not. So this is just 7x, 7y. All right, so 7 times -7, and then 7 times -14. So that's going to turn into my, let's see, -49. Wow. Yeah, that's not going to work. And then 14 times 7, 8, 28, 98. Wow. -49, -98. All right. That is not going to work. If you divided it by 7 each, well, then you would get that A right there. So that's where that trick, so to speak, is you're thinking, oh, I can just divide by 7. You're right, but that's asking you to multiply by 7. And then let's check our D. All right, so we're going to double each one. So 2 times -7. Let's see, and then we're going to get 2 times -14. And then what are we going to get? There we go. Can't get that -7 there. That's going to be -14 and -28. Way too large. So as you can see, we're dilating from larger numbers to smaller numbers, so the only options to get from the larger to the smaller is to either divide, or in this case, they're always going to show it to you as a multiplication rather than division. So that means we need to multiply by a fraction, and that's the reciprocal. So our answer here is going to be A.